Hi, good afternoon, and very warm welcome to you. It's Dean from maverickstar. Do you have any idea of what all these things are on the screen right now are all about? And would you know how to put them all together? Well, let me, as a scientist, explain to you what it is that all this has in common and why I'm bringing it to your attention. Because certainly you're not getting this information from any mainstream government organisation, NASA, the European Space Agency, NOAA, etc. And you're certainly not going to get this information from any other YouTuber, I can guarantee you that. What we're looking at on the top left is an image that was taken from North School a few hours ago. And then on the right top, we're looking at where the jet streams and the jet stream model that was a norm at some point 15-20 years ago no longer is the case. And then at the bottom we've got some gases and also the one which is not a gas is the H2O molecule, because that is a liquid and we know it makes water. So why would I bring all these three images to you? Before we get on with that, yesterday I said, you've got to really start looking out for each other. You've got to work together and, you'll get the returns back out of it. It's as simple as that. And what we had was £5 raised yesterday for the observatory. We can do better than this, guys. We can do much better than this. So, at the end of the video, I'll mention the link. Tomorrow is the day we do the magnetic north position. We've got over £100,000 worth of equipment there. We'll take the SD cards out for you and we'll do the positioning for you. But we need to see a little bit more enthusiasm from just a few more people if we're going to keep this going and keep it real. At the end of the day, I think it needs to be massively improved. But you know what? I'm patient. I'm happy with a little bit of improvement. Simple as that. Okay. So we've got the jet streams on the top left. Have a look at them and then compare it with the image on the right where the jet stream should be. So we've got the polar jet streams at 60 degrees north and the subtropical jet streams at 30 degrees north. And if you look at the image from North School, you'll see that we have jet streams yondering all the way down from the polar to the subtropical. Now, mainstream media and mainstream governments that want to raise £500 billion a year want you to believe that this is being caused by a gas. Can you see in any way at all how a gas in abundance, let alone it's not the case, we're talking 0.4% at the moment of our atmosphere is carbon dioxide or CO2. This is the greenhouse gas they want to kill off. But gases don't affect jet streams, yet our jet stream is clearly and visibly being affected by something. Now, the elephant in the room, and they know it, these scientists and the climatologists know it, the elephant in the room is another greenhouse gas. Yet they don't talk about it, yet it is far more abundant in our atmosphere than CO2. And of course, if we start adding H2O to any jet stream, it's going to laden down. So what we need to do is figure out what it is that is encouraging water into the jet stream. And of course, I've mentioned this many times to you guys. Water is being encouraged into the jet streams because we have cosmic rays inbound in our upper atmosphere. These provide seeding platforms or perfect platforms for water, vapour and molecules to condensate on. And of course, with more water in a jet stream, eventually it's going to reach its limits. And it's going to do what we are seeing it do. It's going to fragmentate the polar jet streams and cause them, like we've seen within just the last few hours, the fragmentation of polar jet streams meeting tropical jet streams. Now, you don't need to be a scientist to know when you start getting water vapour come from a cooler environment into a warmer environment that the precipitation rate will increase. And of course, Therefore, it sets up the perfect situation for what we are seeing recently in Libya and in all the other countries around the world, where we get massive dumps of precipitation, rain, breaking records amount in, short amount of times. And of course, it's caused by nothing else other than, more cosmic rays and a situation which allows water to condensate within the jet streams. And of course, the jet streams then become super jet streams. They start to, with their mass, fragment, break up, move from the polar regions to the subtropical regions, both northern and southern hemispheres, and therefore we get the climatic events that we are witnessing right now. Why are we getting more cosmic rays in our atmosphere? You already know that story, don't you? It is twofold. First of all, a weakened heliosphere because of the low solar output of sunspots. Shrinkage of the heliosphere is what happens when we don't get regular and plentiful amounts of sunspots. That means cosmic rays enter our solar system at an increased rate than normal, should I say. And then secondly, our Earth is going through a magnetic pole reversal, and that weakens the magnetosphere. And at the moment, it is estimated to be around 20 to 25% weaker than what it should be. And that allows all that extra cosmic rays through the heliosphere being weakened into our solar system, then into our upper atmosphere because the magnetosphere is weakened, and then we have a perfect situation for water, which is one of the non-spoken greenhouse gases, which is more abundant in our atmosphere, to saddle itself within the jet stream, causing it to laden down and fragment and break, and therefore we get the weather cycles that we are now more commonly used to. And this was not the case 15-20 years ago. And if we go back to 1990s, guess what started to happen? We had a rapid acceleration of a magnetic north pole across the northern hemisphere. So if we start to see an increase in that speed of that migration, guess what's going to happen? We're going to see the magnitude of these events increase, aren't we? Because more water is going to go into the jet streams. The jet streams are going to fragment more. They're going to end up in territories where they're not supposed to be normally, and therefore we're going to get these flash floods. We're going to get these droughts, because it happens in the opposite as well, guys. It works both ways. But you ain't going to hear this information from any other source other than from here, because we are the only ones that talk about in-depth technical information on why really our climate is behaving the way it is. It's a real sad day for science. It's a real sad day for humanity. But that is the bottom dollar on this subject. That's what we're dealing with. And you know what? They want to go out their way to demonetize channels like this. They want to make it very difficult for us to get some form of funding so that we can continue informing the general public of the truth of the matter. And on top of that, we struggle with trying to convince people that we should all be working together at this point in time and helping each other, and definitely there should be some help set aside for an observatory like this and a dedicated scientist like me. And the only other thing to say is, guys, there is a link down below and you can get behind us here, and it requires a small amount of effort. The link is in the description. And I suppose the only other thing for me to say at this point is, you take care of your loved ones, as always. Bye for now.